Welcome back. For years, the Surgeon General's issued warnings about the increase in suicide among young people. In fact, only accidents account for more deaths than suicide. So today we are going to tell you what some local high school students are doing to prevent these deaths. The Elmbrook School District in Brookfield just brought Hope Squad to our state. It is a national program to show kids there's help and hope.
That's right. And joining us now are 3 Hope Squad members, Bridget Berens, Erin Malloy, and Madison Kielar. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think coming off, an interview with a young boy who dealt with things like that and talks of suicide, it's tough to hear these numbers are truly increasing so much amongst young people. Right. Talk a little bit about what you guys see as students because you're all seniors and juniors, or going to be this next upcoming school year. What do you see in your schools?
So I think in our school, it's just not a lot of kids are reaching out to other kids. So there is this divide between our school and our job as Hope Squad members one of our jobs is to bridge that gap between students.
Mm-hmm. There were a couple of suicides I know in the school district or in your area a couple of years ago, which I think is part of the reason why administrators and students were so passionate about bringing this program, which was featured on NBC Nightly News, to our state. So I thank you guys for doing this and being, peer leaders in this program. Why did you decide to get involved in Hope Squad?
Actually, it's our fellow students that decided us for us, technically. A Hope Squad is a peer-elected kind of situation, so people take a survey and tell us which students that they feel most comfortable to talk to. Because actually, students, when they're talking about suicide and talking about their feelings, they don't really want to go to an adult first. They feel more comfortable talking to students. So people take a survey and, I want my friend, I love talking to my friend, she's so nice and caring. So, that's how they choose other people.
That says a lot about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a heavy responsibility to put on a peer, on a friend. And so how are you guys trained, or what do you learn as part of being a part of the Hope Squad to be able to have those kinds of conversations and how to deal with that information that you hear from other friends?
One big part of our training is actually setting boundaries. So if there's any case that we feel overwhelmed or like we can't handle it, we send it off to an adult. We get adults involved, and that's part of the training is how to get adults involved, how to bridge the gap between students and the trusted adults.
Yeah. I think this is such a good point that you make, and I know that's part of your foundation as an organization, is that young people tend to tell other young people their plans or their worries or their concerns first, and often it doesn't get to an adult. And so that's part of it, isn't it? That when you're just listening, you're being there for a friend, and when it's something maybe a little more serious and you're concerned enough that you need to bring in an adult.
Exactly, yes.
In our training, we went through 10 modules, and one of them was question, persuade, and refer. So we're supposed to talk to them as a friend first and be very direct with our questions, and then when things get more serious, we refer to them to an adult.
What's an example of a question you might ask that's very direct?
Like if they say that they have been feeling very sad, we ask them how long they've been feeling that way, because if it's depression, it would be longer than, say, a few days.
Okay.
It's a great question.
Yeah, I think it's really incredible what you guys are doing. You have a fundraiser that's coming up next May, correct?
Oh, we actually
you had it
this
last May.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was wonderful. My brother Charlie, he donated his time and put on a show for 2 great causes, one being the Hope Squad, and the Sharon Lynn Wilson Center actually donated their venue, and it turned out great. We raised about $6,000.
That's
for
awesome.
Hope Squad. Yeah.
And now everybody says keep her moving.
Yeah. It's like part of that. Like the tagline.
Yeah, it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you guys. What you're doing is so important. I'm not sure if it feels like that. I know you've been through some intensive training. Thanks for everything that you're doing, and keep up the good work, and come join us anytime.
Thank you.
We love meeting you. It's fantastic. I know that your organization meets every week, and people can learn more by going to hopesquad.com, because it's great that you have it here in our state, and we'd like to see more of this in our state and other places too.
Yeah.
So
It's really
thanks
cool.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Yeah.